Shalom, shalom, Israel. Shalom to the 12 tribes of Yasharala, giving, of course, all honor and glory and praise unto the Most High, Yahawah, BAHASHAM, Mahashiach, Yahushua. All right, that's all praises to the Heavenly Father, who the world refers to as Jesus in the name of his only begotten Son, Yahushua, who the world calls, Salakia, who the world calls Jesus, right, in the name, right, Salakia, YAHAWASHI, right? So, shalom, shalom to all the brothers and sisters that's watching this, and it's true. But basically, we'd be going into current events and also bombs coming near a city near you, right? So, if you didn't know already, let's go to, the most popular stuff that's going on right now in the world. Of course, you have the Beirut, right? I want to look this up. The Beirut, right? Okay, right here, and you have the bombs going off, right? The side of explosions. You have a lot of a lot of videos about these bombs going off in the capital of Lebanon, right? So here's the aftermath of it, as you can see right here, right? Distress, right? Distress in Lebanon right now. So this is coming to America, no doubt. This is coming to America, all right? So all this destruction, the explosions, the distress, it's coming to America. All right, not that. It's coming to America. So I'm gonna play. Let me see here. All right, I had a clip pulled up, but let me see. Let me play this real quick.
The country's prime minister has said that the cause of the explosion was 2,700 tons of ammonium nitrate that was stored in a warehouse. He said he would reveal facts soon about the warehouse, but he wouldn't do so now because he did not want to preempt an official investigation that's underway. Now, hospitals continue to report being in a state of chaos. We know that they've been turning people away. They've simply been unable to cope with a huge number of wounded and injured. They are calling for...
So if you can hear that, Salakia, if you can't hear that, but basically what she was saying was that it was a couple of tons of this certain chemical that was stored in that place of that explosion, all right, and it went off. So, that's what they're saying. That's what they're putting out to the people. But we know that Edomites are known for lying. As we know, let's go to the scriptures real quick. Edomites are known for lying. But nevertheless, the Lord is putting out foreshadowings, about what's coming to the earth. Because we know bombs are coming to the earth. If you didn't know that, right? Bombs and destruction, nukes and missiles are coming to the earth. I want to start with Zechariah chapter 14, right? This is Zechariah chapter 14 and verse 12. This is some exciting times, right? And it says, "And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord shall smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem." You'll understand that according to First Maccabees, all nations have fought against Jerusalem, and all nations have taken of the spoils of Jerusalem. Jerusalem talking about the people, right? The people of Israel. "Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth." This is what happened to the Ammonites, or the Japanese people, that in the 1940s, when the bombs in Hiroshima and Nagasaki was dropped in, right? Those nuclear bombs. Literally, their eyes consumed away in their holes, and their tongues consumed away in their mouth, right? Their flesh melted off their bones, right? So that's coming to the earth, and that's coming to mainly Babylon the Great. Okay, Babylon the Great, where you see and read about Revelation, right? Let's go to Revelation 18 and verse 3. For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. Everybody has drunken of the wine of Babylon. Everybody is indoctrinated with their philosophies, with her philosophies, right? And the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. And while I remember it, let's get Revelation 13, all right? We're going into some prophecy. This is Revelation 13 and 13, talking about the nuclear destruction, all right? And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. So fire, so this so-called white man, this devil, right? Babylon, or AKA America, they do great wonders. They make fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. All right, so meaning that what? That fire that we've seen in the if we pull this up, right? If we pull this up right here, I want to look at the explosions, okay? Right? We'll look at the explosions. Okay, so if you didn't hear it before, pretty sure you can hear it. So that's fire from heaven, right? And when you look up a nuclear missile, or a mushroom cloud, right? Mushroom cloud. You can see the fire from heaven, all right? You can see the fire from heaven, all right? The fire from heaven. So that's coming to America, okay? Like I keep reiterating. It says so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. Okay. So let's go back to Revelation 18. And this is the judgment of America. This is Revelation 18 and verse 3. For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. So every nation deals with America, okay? And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. We have to come out of America. We have to come out mentally out of America, spiritually out of America. Stop celebrating Christmas. Stop celebrating Halloween. Stop celebrating the so-called white man's holidays, right? Stop indulging and believing in the philosophies of Babylon, of America, right? Get right with the Most High. I'm going to go to Jeremiah 51, okay, verse 6. This is Jeremiah 51 and 6. Flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity, for this is the time of the Lord's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense. See that? So, again, flee out of the midst of Babylon. Get out of the ways and philosophies and doctrines of Babylon the Great, right? That's how you flee out of Babylon. It says, for her sins have reached unto heaven, and God hath remembered her iniquities. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her a double according to her works. And the cup which she hath filled, fill to her double. Okay? So hold on, let me get this in Micah real quick. Micah 4 and 10, right? To prove that it's not talking about literally. This is Micah 4 and 10. Be in pain and labor to bring forth, O daughter of Zion, like a woman in travail. For now shalt thou go forth out of the city. Thou shalt dwell in the field. Thou shalt even go even to Babylon. So go forth out of the city. He's talking about Jerusalem, I believe, right? And thou shalt dwell in the field. The field is talking about the wilderness that we went into, basically going into West Africa, right? And thou shalt go even unto Babylon, even to Babylon. So Babylon is America. because you understand through the transatlantic slave trade and other slave trades, we went to Babylon, right? We went to America on ships, like it says in Deuteronomy 28:68. There shalt thou be delivered, and there the Lord shall redeem thee from the hand of thine enemies. So we shouldn't be running physically out of Babylon, all right? We don't take that literally. We take that spiritually and figuratively, because the Lord just said that in Babylon we were going to be delivered. And you have to pray and build up your faith and works that you get delivered too. All right. This is Job 20 and verse. I'm gonna start at 23. When he is about to fill his belly, God shall cast the fury of wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating, while he's complacent. Right. He shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through. Huh? All right. So it's a lot, right? So it says, he shall flee from the iron weapon, and a bow of steel shall strike him through. So the iron weapon, what's the iron weapon? The iron weapon is talking about these missiles, right? The iron weapon. So when you look up ICBM, only certain nations have this, but see, all right, so ICBM, okay, gone, right? You look up this, and it's an intercontinental ballistic missile, okay? You look at images of this. This is literally an iron weapon, right? It's a literal iron weapon, explosive one, all right? That would shoot, all right? It would shoot up into the so-called space and come down and strike. All right, so that's what an ICBM does, and it literally looks like a shooting star. All right, but only certain nations have this, right? The world powers, the powers of the heavens. Okay. So it says, an intercontinental ballistic missile is a guided ballistic missile with a minimum range of 5,500 kilometers or 3,400 miles, primarily designed for nuclear weapons delivering one or more thermonuclear warheads. Okay. I want to skip back down to here. It says allowing a single missile to carry 7 warheads, each of which can strike a different target. Russia, United States, China, France, India, United Kingdom, and North Korea are the only countries that have operational ICBMs. So these are world powers right here, if you didn't know. Those are world powers, right? India, in fact, and China, is part of a league called BRIC, all right, which is Brazil, Russia, India, and China. That's BRIC, all right? And they're gonna, with their power, they're gonna take down America, right? That's according to the prophecy. All right, it says, it is drawn and cometh out of the body, yea, the glittering sword cometh out of his gall, terrors are upon him. All darkness shall be hid in secret places, a fire not blown shall consume him. It shall go ill with him that is left in his tabernacle. The heaven shall reveal his iniquity, and the earth shall rise up against him. Talking about this wicked man, all right, Esau. Even the earth will rise up against him, all right?
Blood donations and also for generators to keep the lights going. All of this comes as the Lebanese Supreme Defense Council recommended declaring Beirut a disaster-stricken city. They're also calling for 2 weeks of national emergency. The military have now taken control of the security on the streets. We're also hearing that the
So basically, they're going under martial law, in a sense, because if you didn't hear, the military is governing the people right now. So when in martial law, when martial law hits America, it's no longer policemen governing the city or controlling the city. It's military. Okay? It's the military. So yeah, we're going through some prophecy. All right, the Lord is going to burn Babylon with fire. All right. So I just want to get a few precepts. Okay, and the nations are angry. Right. Slovakia. Right. So Revelation 11 and 18, and the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come in the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give a reward unto thy servants the prophets, and to the saints and them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth. So these nations are going to be angry at America and utterly burn her with fire. That's what it says, right? Let's go to Revelation. Burn her with fire. Revelation 17 and 16. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. How are they going to burn her? With these nukes, these missiles. That's how, right? And the 10 horns is talking about the original 10 nations of the EU, all right? And also, it says that these shall hate the whore. Right now, people are starting to hate America, right? People are starting to hate America more and more, right? And with Trump in office, that just makes him, that's just, gradins or, augments the hatred, all right? Shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire, all right? So with that, Israel, I didn't want to make this too long. Of course, stay diligent, stay watching, and go harder. All right, go harder in these last days because we're almost home. So with that, Israel, I'd like to give a hearty shalom, Kwam Yasharala, shalom.